Torah Life Ministries come out of the world. Messiah people seek the truth.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson, and I get a bunch of questions, and I tell everybody, put your questions below the videos and your comments and I'll get to them. Usually each Friday, but there's so many I'm going to get to them more and more. But this week is interesting because I took out some questions, and I'm going to try to do this every week, take out 1 or 2 questions, and the whole episode is going to be for these questions. Well, the question we have here is, I'm going to read the whole question and then I'm going to answer it. And somebody says, Paul, I was wondering about something. I know that Yahweh allowed meat eating after the flood. Some say because there was not enough vegetation for Noah and his family to live on. Also because our Creator wanted to shorten man's lifespan. Regardless of the reasons that he allowed meat to be consumed, there seemed to be an awful lot of sick people in the New Testament that Yeshua and his disciples healed. They didn't have all the processed foods or the pollution we have. They walked in most places and probably spent more time outside than we do. The soil would have been more fertile, so why would so many be sick? Could it be the meat and cooked foods they ate? I haven't heard anyone speak about this yet. First of all, I want to correct a couple of things you say here. First of all, it says, some say because there was not enough vegetation or his family to live on, and also because Yahweh wanted to shorten man's lifespan. Yahweh didn't want to shorten man's lifespan. You know, man brings upon himself through his evil, sinful nature things that will shorten his lifespan. Yahweh wants us to live a sinless life and follow his instructions and his guidelines, and he gives us the information, the capability and ability to live an obedient life. However, because of man's sinful nature, we get diseases upon ourselves. We are responsible for them. Now, I'm not saying everyone that's sick or everyone has a disease is not righteous and has done something, but I'd say 99% of the diseases out there in today's world are diet related today, and I'd also say people are suffering today. But the question really wasn't about today. The question was about during the times of the New Testament, and why were so many people sick at that time? That's the question, and the answer is really the same answer today. It's one answer. It's disobedience. It's disobedience. There were a lot of people during those scriptural times that weren't keeping the scriptures. You know, when Yeshua, also some of you might know him as Jesus, but his name's Yeshua. When Yeshua was walking around during the renewed testament, the renewed covenant times, healing the sick, and his disciples were healing the sick, these people had an issue with his message many times. Many times it was the Pharisees and the sages that had this man-made law that was telling the people what to do and how to do it. And because people were listening to them, they were getting sick and diseases. But those people that were believing and following the words of Yeshua were getting healed from the diseases that were upon them because of their disobedience prior to him coming. You know, and that's why so many people saw right away that he was the Messiah, because he was able to do something that no one was able to do prior to him, and that was heal all the sick and even bring them back from the dead. And the way he did it was teaching obedience. He taught the Torah, the guidelines and the instructions of his Father. And even today we have that opportunity. No matter how sick somebody is, no matter where you are, if it's his will, you'll be healed. However, he's given us the instructions and guidelines to make that happen. So this is why so many people at that time were sick, and also that's why so many people were healed. You know, the scriptures are a guideline for us to see how we can live our lives. And you know, I meet a lot of people that are sick and they might change their diet and eat a little bit better, but that's not the real cure. The real cure is becoming obedient to Yahweh and having a love for his word and his guidelines and instructions, having a passion for that. And you know, I know a lot of people today, they're very disciplined in certain things that they're passionate about, but we have to be so passionate about what our Creator wanted for us and to please him, that nothing else should be higher than that. And that's how we can also be healthy. And this is why so many people were sick and so many people were healed during those times. Now, there are a few that they didn't do anything to deserve the disease they got. It was just strictly to glorify our Creator and his wonderful work. But if you're living a life of disobedience, you're not one of those chosen people. So we have to keep that in mind. So that's the answer to that question.
Seek the truth, avoid the evil, learn Yahweh's way.